It is Monday, February the 16th. Look, the NFL is basically on a hiatus. There ain't nothing going on. So guess what? For the next few weeks, we're going to jump into heavy NBA talk. We'll talk All-Star Weekend. Chris Paul is officially retired. We'll get into that. And tonight, we're going to go do a deep dive into the Western Conference and who we think can threaten the Oklahoma City Thunder the most. So kick back, relax. It's Monday. It's time to be real. It's time to be realistic. It's time to be unbiased, and it starts right now. And welcome everybody back into Unbiased, only here on 609 Sports Talk Radio, coming to you guys live tonight from a little more warmer Hamilton, New Jersey. I am starting to see my grass again. I'm very happy.
Yeah, and we got more snow last night, and it was gone by noon.
You could have fooled me. I saw it this morning on the way out the front door, came home, half it was melted, went outside to grab something, the whole thing was gone. Mm-hmm. But as always, you guys know the deal. Sam Nelson, Tyler Adams. Mr. Adams, how are we today?
Oh, we're doing all right. Another week with no NFL. So, just making do however we can, which means we're in our NBA season.
Yeah, for 3 weeks.
Our NBA season doesn't start when the official season starts, in case if anyone was wondering.
My NBA season starts when the NFL season ends. Exactly. And then my NBA season ends when the NFL offseason begins. So have fun with that. Yep. Do with that what you will. But anyway, so look, we're going to get into a lot of stuff tonight. We're going to get into some NBA All-Star Weekend. I will say I was not one of the people that checked in on it really at all this weekend. I used to love the NBA Saturday night, wasn't my thing. You did watch a little bit of the games yesterday, so I would like to hear your opinions on it later when we get to that part of the show. Chris Paul officially announcing his retirement. We're trying to remember some of the career for CP3. It was a good one. It was a good one. But we're going to start off the show. We put a poll question out over the weekend. We're going to talk Western Conference tonight. So the poll question this weekend we put out, who is the biggest competition to the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference? And another poll question that was not relatively close. 62% of the vote went to the San Antonio Spurs. Another 13% went to the Houston Rockets.
Okay.
And another 20% went to the Denver Nuggets. There was one vote for, we also put a fourth option. We put other and comment your answer. That one vote said other and the Lakers, and I utterly laughed at it.
Going to be coming.
I utterly laughed at it. So Tyler, I'll let you kick us off here. Who is the biggest competition to Oklahoma City in the Western Conference?
Man, I guess I got to jump straight into it. The poll question, some great results. I have to say that I agree with the San Antonio Spurs. They're finally getting back into that upper echelon of the Western Conference where they were for so many years under the great Greg Popovich. And they got a good young team. They're up and coming. And the fact that they're a young team doesn't deter me because we saw last year with the Thunder with a lot of young players and what they were able to accomplish. So that doesn't worry me in today's NBA. But
I don't think that bothers me in sports in general anymore.
yeah, it really doesn't. It's almost like it's a better thing to have a younger team now. But I mean, the Spurs right now, they're currently on a 6-game win streak. I mean, you got so many people that can put points on you. Of course, the emergence of Victor Wembanyama having a great, was he in his third year in the league?
I
Second?
believe so.
I think third. Pretty sure third.
I'll go give a check. Give me one sec. You keep going. Give me one
You
sec.
got
I'll give
him.
it.
I mean, he's almost leading his team in most categories. And you got De'Aaron Fox. I mean, what a great acquisition that was when they went out and got Fox. Pairing him with Stefan Castle. I don't know if people like Stefan.
It's the fun.
Stefan Castle, and Devin Vassell. I mean, they've just been adding on these young players, good amount of them that they draft, and just building such a good, fleshed out roster where your starters, they give you good production. You go to the bench, you still get some production off the bench. Speaking
Third
of,
year.
did you know third year? That's what I thought. Did you
Yes,
know
third year.
Pick is on the Spurs?
Wait, who they? What was that?
Kelly Olynyk is on the Spurs?
Yeah, so it's freaking Harrison Barnes.
Oh my gosh. It's crazy. Harrison Barnes actually averaging over 10 points a game.
Modern day of the consistent role player that I always wanted on the Sixers and never got.
Yeah. I mean, how about the kind of reserve role play out of Dylan Harper?
Yeah, their top pick from this past year. And
Yeah.
I mean, you look at guys like that, you're like, should he be starting day one? Yeah, but we got guys like De'Aaron Fox playing well. Where you can only start 5 people.
Exactly. Like they are loaded already. I mean, when you have 3 players who are basically all guards, there's only so much you could do unless you're putting 4 guards out and Victor Wembanyama at center.
Which is essentially what they do almost every night anyway.
Yeah.
Shout out. They also have Bismack Biyombo, too. Didn't realize that.
Bismack's still in the league? You're kidding.
Bismack's always still in the league. He's only 33, dude.
Dude, why I feel like he's just been in the league for like, I don't even know how long, like 20 years.
I see. He's probably been on that many teams. That's why.
Hey, good point.
I will agree with you. I am also one that voted for the Spurs in this poll question because as much as I love some of these other teams, I think the Spurs, not only do I think they can match up with Oklahoma City the best with the amount of wings they have, Vassell, they have Julian Champagnie. They have so many guys that you can just throw at Oklahoma City. And Oklahoma City's got a bunch of wings. We know this. So, Brandon, what's up, brother?
What's going on?
One of our friends from the Football Frame of Mind. Go check them out. Awesome football stuff. Had the pleasure of doing a Big Ten show with them last summer, right before the season. Very fun people. But if you just look at San Antonio with Julian Champagnie, Keldon Johnson, Harrison Barnes, you've got how many more guys? Stefan Castle, Devin Vassell, De'Aaron Fox, Dylan Harper. You have so many wings that you can counter Oklahoma City with. Not to mention there are a bunch of them really good shooters.
Yeah.
The big question, first of all, who can in this league match up with Victor Wembanyama?
Not many. Because of his ability to stretch the floor and bring you out to the perimeter It's tough.
Yeah, not to mention he's 7'8".
Yeah, he's 7'8". You can't block the dude. Like if you're trying to block a jump shot, good luck. You're gonna need a step stool. Now forget a step stool. You need a whole 8-foot ladder.
Just for the record, Victor Wembanyama is 7'4". He's not 7'8". Just
Yeah.
for the record.
Well, hey. When he lifts his arms up, he's over 8 foot tall.
He's like 9'1" at that point. I so badly wanted to say the Rockets to this poll question.
They are my second, and they're sitting in fourth place, only a few games behind Denver, and then a little bit more games, 5 games behind San Antonio. But what I look at with Houston is that their defense, they're holding teams to an average of about 109 points a game, which that's the second lowest besides Oklahoma City, who are averaging holding teams to 108 points a game. So, in that regard, while I don't know if Houston's offense can always keep up, I know defensively they could keep up with Oklahoma City.
Ooh.
Wow. Ant or Wemby?
I think it's going to be Wemby.
I think so too. I mean, what the Spurs have done to surround him with other talented scorers, it looks like they're just trying to rebuild those Tim Duncan, Manu Ginobili, Tony Parker. Like, it looks like that's what they're trying to revision. But now, instead of postman Tim Duncan, you got Victor Wembanyama, who can shoot threes, post you up, dunk on you, grab rebounds. He can do it all. I think if you asked currently who might be, maybe I would give it to Ant Edwards. But the future, definitely, I think Wembanyama.
I actually agree with Matt's point here that there's going to we are going away from having like
Yeah, we're
don't get
past
me wrong,
those days.
yeah, like the Jordan, LeBron, Kobe, like we are so past those days, and I agree with Matt on that. And the one thing with Anthony's thing I hate to say, Jimmy, what are you doing in my chat?
Oh man, not the LA Knight chant. It's been a minute.
Hey! Don't you disrespect LA
Been
Knight?
a
I'm not
minute.
I'm out on wrestling right now, but I'm still an LA Knight guy. That push will be coming 3 years from now when he's too old to do it.
3 years, Jesus.
He's not young, dude.
I know he's not young. He's in like his late 40s.
But back to this I'm trying to put this between Matt's comment and Anthony's comment. The league, no matter how, all these leagues like their stars in certain places. Can we agree on that?
Oh yeah.
Like Major League Baseball knew Shohei Ohtani was going to be the face of baseball, but being an LA Angel ain't going to do much for him. So where is he now? On the team that's probably going to cost you the sport of baseball next summer. And it's no disrespect. Now, San Antonio, you can do it with. It's Texas. It's a decently big market. The Mavericks stink. The Spurs are like the quiet demon of basketball. Like, you don't expect, you just wait. They just show up out of nowhere. And it's no disrespect to Anthony Edwards. I'm not thinking about this from a fan perspective. I'm thinking of this as a market perspective. They're not going to let the face of the NBA be a Minnesota Timberwolf. I hate to say it. And I hate saying that, too, because I love what Minnesota's doing. You know, they brought him in, and guess what? Cat was gone 5 minutes. Like, all right, one season, we're done.
And look at another one, LeBron. Out of Cleveland, went to Miami. Which, I mean, in terms of big cities, yeah, they're definitely, a big city where you would want to have a star play at.
Yeah. But Coming back down into this conversation about the Western Conference, I actually have the Rockets as they're third to me in terms of this competition between San Antonio, them, and Denver. Big reason. They do not have an offensive facilitator. It is basically Durant and Alfred Şengün running that offense, and they do not have a traditional point guard. The Fred VanVleet injury really has hurt them this year. Because at least with him, you have someone that can facilitate the offense. And they're still a good team. Like you said, I think it's the second best defensive rating in the freaking league behind Oklahoma City.
Yep.
But I mean, Reed Shepherd's had a fine year, shooting the ball well from three off the bench. Not really a facilitating type point guard, more of that score first, shoot first type player. Amen Thompson is a great defender and a decent scorer. The problem is he's not a great floor spacer. He only shoots 20% from three.
Yeah.
Dorian Finney-Smith, he's been banged up this year, so he hasn't had a great year. They got old man Jeff Green still. Where am I at?
Oh, my. Yeah, him, Steven Adams.
They have Clint Capella.
Oh, there's a name for you.
Now, here's a name. But outside of that, I mean, look, Jabari Smith, excellent year, is averaging 15 and 7, block a game. Tari Easton's having a really good year, 12 points per game, 46% from three.
Yeah.
And I think Durant is honestly, this seems to me like the perfect fit for Kevin Durant. Now, all that stuff that came out over the weekend with the burner accounts, we'll talk about that another day.
Yeah, when he was on his phone at every waking moment.
Did you see the reports of the burners that he was trashing his teammates?
Oh, my gosh.
That said, I don't think Houston can keep up offensive-wise because if they keep Durant in check, there really isn't anyone that can give you the buckets.
Yeah, I think that's a fair statement.
I mean, Şengün can do his thing, but he hasn't taken the leap from last year to this year. He's kind of the same player. Still a good player. Matt also wants to make it known that Kevin Durant is the greatest scorer ever. I'm having a hard time not believing that.
Man. But we have Reggie Miller, though.
Reggie Miller? Bro, come on. Reggie Miller don't have half the offensive game that Kevin Durant has.
He can get buckets, though.
He was Brother, he's the third best three-point shooter of all time now.
That's still third.
Okay. We're talking about scoring, not just shooting. Kevin Durant can score in any way, shape, or form you think of. If we're talking overall scoring, I can't disagree with it.
What about Steph? I know a lot of it's threes, but he can get to the hoop too.
Yeah, but to do it at KD's size, man, that's impressive.
Yeah, those big size 22s touching that 3-point line. Oh, wait, we won't go there.
You know, the Brooklyn Nets have been cursed ever since they went back to Brooklyn.
Oh, yeah.
The failed Big Five with Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett with Brook Lopez, who did score in the paint before he got too slow and had to start shooting threes.
Which actually was the best version of Brook Lopez.
Shout out to two very underrated players all time, Darren Williams, Joe Johnson. Yeah, honestly, that's where I also agree with Matt. Like, he's 38 years old. He's still averaging like 28 a game with great shooting efficiencies.
Yeah. Yeah, that's impressive. That is.
Oh, this is a good question. Past 10 years, who do you think was the face? Curry or Jokic, Kobe or LeBron or KD?
Well, wait, I mean, past 10 years, it can't be Kobe.
Kobe was just on the way out.
Yeah. I don't think Jokic accomplished enough yet because he's still at his prime.
I think See, this is where when this really ties into where what Matt was saying about multiple faces. I think Jokic was kind of in that tier of we were starting to have multiple faces of the league. I think the last big great face of the league is LeBron.
Yeah, if you're looking at last 10 years fully, it's got to be LeBron with KD close behind.
I think that's always going to be the story, though, is LeBron with KD right behind him. I think that's always the story. Kobe had his time.
Oh, yeah.
I would say from about like 03, 2010, it was Kobe and LeBron.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because, I mean, I know 03 when LeBron came out, I know he's a rookie, he's a kid, he's all that, but the guy was one of the highest touted players coming out of the freaking high school. High school. If LeBron's play style wasn't so team friendly, he could have averaged 50 in high school. If LeBron James had Michael Jordan's mentality, he would have set a completely different record for high school basketball scoring.
Oh, my.
It's true.
I believe he was literally a grown man playing in high school.
And I think the 2010s from 2010 to 2019, that's easily LeBron's era. I mean, the run in Miami, the run in Cleveland, and all those finals.
Yeah.
I know he didn't win them all. I know he's only got 4 rings. It looks like that's where he's going to end at. But still, I think I think ring culture's dead. I think we just got to start looking at what these guys accomplished. I mean, the guy's the all-time leading scorer in NBA history.
I mean, I still look at it as like he got there that many times. You know, obviously the end goal is to win it all, but to get there, only 2 teams can say that.
Yeah. And, you know, for people that say LeBron ran a weak Eastern Conference, it's not LeBron James's fault that the NBA front offices can't construct teams well, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm going to say, honestly, I'm going to agree with Matt to an extent here. I think during like that 2013, 2019 era, it was LeBron and it was Steph. Because LeBron is one of the greatest players of all time. Curry changed the game and made another version of it popular with the 3-point shooting. Kevin Durant never to me seemed like he was ever the face of the league. And also, you lost your idea of being the face of the league when you join up with that guy.
Yeah.
Because you don't want to be the face of the league.
You still Steph Curry's team.
You know, man, dude, look, I think we're all past the Kevin Durant Golden State Warriors thing. My biggest thing with Kevin Durant now is I think Kevin Durant is one of the greatest players in NBA history. He will. I'm agreeing with you. Best scorer of all time. He tainted his ring culture legacy with how he handled that. He went to the greatest team ever assembled, and he's been trying to build super team after super team, and it's failed him. Now, don't get me wrong. LeBron's tried it too. I'm not saying that, but at least LeBron went to Miami, won there. Went back to Cleveland, won there.
Went to Los Angeles, won there.
Regardless of your opinions on that.
Exactly. We don't need to get into
someone had to win. Someone had to win the damn thing, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let me ask you this, right? Did LeBron James really ever have super teams? Those Miami teams were not super teams.
They really weren't. I mean, you had Dwayne Wade and his bum knees.
Those knees wet as soon as LeBron showed up.
You had the frail Chris Bosh, who could get buckets.
Hey,
I'm not trying to disrespect Chris Bosh, but
hold on. No. I'm not letting you do it. Hold on. That brother was playing center, getting beat up every year by Roy Hibbert and David West, and then having to guard Tim Duncan. You leave Chris Bosh out of this.
There it is. I knew I could get the Miami Heat fan to come out. Round of applause to myself.
No, I just respect Chris Bosh. I just respect Chris Bosh.
We all know the banner. But no, I agree with you.
How banner?
For how undersized he was, because he was a forward coming from Toronto. To have to be asked to play at center. And you're right, going up against Roy Hibbert, that's a big dude.
You guys never had a center during those times.
No.
You had Zydrunas Ilgauskas the first year, and LeBron came to Miami. That was short-lived. You had Birdman off the bench. That was solid. You tried Greg Oden. Matt said, let me name phrase this. My favorite player, but when he did that, I think, Matt, I think we all stopped.
Lost respect for him.
Yeah, I would say we stopped liking Kevin Durant. I think we were all just like, why? Like, you already were on it. You were on a team that was the only shot at beating Golden State with him and Russ and all those guys. You had your own team that could take them down. Why'd you have to join them?
Yeah.
But then you lost to Kawhi Leonard, and guess what? Since then, the super team thing kind of went away. Now teams actually build their teams the right way.
Yep.
Why we're still on this topic, let me ask you this. Where is this leaving the Denver Nuggets? I know we're talking about the Spurs, we're talking about KD with the Rockets. What about Denver? Where does this leave them?
Denver, for me, is they're my, let's see, wait. So, my first, I got to backtrack here. My first to contest the Thunder was the Spurs. Then the Rockets. Yeah. So, my third team would have been the Nuggets. So, I mean, how could you not? I mean, they've done it already. You've seen them dominate. Jokic leads his team in almost every category except for blocks. Got Jamal Murray, he's averaging 25.7. Aaron Gordon's averaging 17.7. They just got a bunch of guys that can score. And then coming off the bench, you got Valanciunas with 9 points.
Completely butchered Jonas Valanciunas' name.
What?
Did you not just... Is that who you were talking about?
How did I pronounce it?
Not Jonas Valanciunas, I'll tell you that much. That's how you pronounce his name.
I definitely said Valanciunas.
That's not how you pronounce it. It's Jonas Valanciunas.
Valanciunas.
Okay. We're referring him to as Jonas.
Jonas.
Yeah, but I'll tell you where Denver concerns me. We're butchering names over here. Anthony, I'll tell you this right now. Jamal Murray being up and down is not my problem. I don't know how he's up and down. He's averaging 25 points per game. What's hurt them this year is that some of the guys that had big years last year for them have kind of struggled. Christian Braun this year had a big year last year, had averaged 15 points per game, shot almost 40% from three. This year, he's only averaging a tick under 10 and only shoot 25% from three. That's a killer for them. They have a team that could compete with them. The other issue right now is that Aaron Gordon is out with a hamstring injury, so that's going to be a couple more weeks probably. Cameron Johnson, he's had a okay year. He's averaging 11. He's shooting decent, 43% from three, 47% from the field. But compared to what he was doing in Brooklyn, he averaged 18 a game. He hasn't had those numbers this year. Now, granted, some guys are going to lose some touches and some points because of having Jokic. But again, I don't know if Denver defensively can hang with Oklahoma City. That's where my concern is.
I just wanted to say it is pronounced Jonas. Thank you.
I said, yes. No, it was Jonas, but it's not. Valanciunas is how you pronounce his last name.
Oh, Valanciunas, yeah. Pish posh. Tomato.
Piss posh, Chris Bosh.
There you go.
There we go. But yeah, I just don't like Denver needs guys to start playing better. If they don't get Christian Braun going at some point in the second half, then that's where trouble may lie because you know what Murray's going to give you. You know what Joker's going to give you. If Aaron Gordon is banged up, they're going to need Cameron Johnson and Christian Braun to beat them. But if Braun can't get his shooting back from last year, then they could be in trouble.
Yeah, Denver's definitely a hit or miss team.
Matt believes they made a mistake. Matt believes they made a mistake trading Porter Jr. away.
And he was kind of a staple for that team. He was usually always their third leading scorer.
Do you see what he's doing in Brooklyn?
No. Hopefully not dying.
No, he's averaging 25 and 7 on 38% from 3 and 47% from the field.
Well, when the team's got 15 wins, I would hope that he's able to be the number one shooter on that team.
Well, they also waived Cam Thomas too, so that helps his numbers.
Yeah, just a little.
But see, here's the thing. At the end of the day, I think Denver felt trading Porter for Cam Johnson. Johnson was more of a floor spacing forward. He could defend. Not saying Porter couldn't, but he was more of an off-ball shooter than Michael Porter. Porter sometimes prefers to have the ball in his hand more and run it through him. You're not doing that with Nikola Jokic and Jamal Murray on your team. And I think they felt that with the way Christian Braun played last year, they were able to, and getting Johnson, that they would have a better floor spacing with Johnson over Porter. Now, clearly it hasn't worked out, and I don't necessarily agree that you should have done it either. I see what they were trying to do, but it hasn't worked. So, I mean, the trade hasn't been terrible. Like, Johnson is shooting well. He's down in points per game, which that hurts because last year in Brooklyn, he was averaging close to 20. This year, he's only averaging 11.
But then again, you go to a team where, Jokic, Murray, and Gordon are already established. To try to insert yourself after a trade, it's not the easiest thing to do.
No.
Because, you go and look at Brooklyn's roster. Yeah, I would hope you could average 20 if you're shooting the ball that well. So, it's just more so not as many touches that he's getting in that offense.
Yeah. Porter was doing the same thing. He wasn't getting the touches either. Because, again, when you have that many players, there's only – look, as guys that have played basketball, there's only one basketball on the court.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you look at
get Porter, the basketball once when I would give it to him. You're welcome. I get my 1 assist per game.
Because if you look at Porter's numbers in Denver, 18, 16, 17, 19, he was in the same boat. His points were good, but now that he's his own guy in Brooklyn, of course you're going to average more because you're going against teams that, you're in Brooklyn. I hate to say it, but you're in Brooklyn. Now, talent-wise, what I think Michael Porter Jr. is more talented than Cameron Johnson? Yes, absolutely. I don't think anyone's denying that. But I get it. I get why they made the trade. It just so far hasn't worked out. Not to mention they've been banged up. Gordon's out with that hamstring injury still. Yeah. Like I said, Christian Braun not playing as well as he did last year. So I just think the only thing that concerns me with San Antonio is the experience. Oklahoma City's been there now. They've done it for a while. They just won the finals. They're probably going to get back there again, but
hey, man, the Spurs have all the experience they need. They have Harrison Barnes. Period.
Oh, and Matt, we're going to get to this. We're going to get into the Eastern Conference a lot next week because we're going to split this up into 2 shows because, if we did both, we'd be here all night. But this is another thing why I agreed. I didn't want to pay Quentin Grimes all that money and Matt's saying that because, yes, he was going off for Philly last year. Well, yeah, I would hope he was going off. Maxey was out. Paul George was out. Joel Embiid was out. And now he's been fine. He's averaging 12 a game this year, but he hasn't been good recently. And, it was good because, you know what? Next year, you're in good shape. Maxey's here next year. Edgecombe's here. And then you have the perfect guy that you could slide right in if you don't re-sign Quentin Grimes. You have Jared McKay. Oh, wait, no, we don't. We traded him to Oklahoma City. Why would you trade someone like that to the best team in the league?
Cut your losses.
We'll not talk about the Sixers next week, please. Anthony, no, we did not talk about cutting the NBA draft. What do we talk about in terms of cutting? In terms of just doing one round because the second round is irrelevant for viewership?
Yeah, I mean, dude. I've never seen a more boring second round of a sporting event draft in my life than the
And
NBA.
now they're trying to do it on 2 nights. You're not. Yeah, they tried to do it last year. They tried to do it in the first round last year and the second round.
Oh, that's what I thought you meant, that they want to now try to split the first round into 2 nights.
No. Okay, they want to do the first round one night and the second. Dude, you're not the NFL.
Yeah. Good. Yeah.
You are not the NFL.
Get your viewership on one night. Call it a day.
All right, so Tyler, are there any other? There's only 3 other really legit options to talk about in this
circumstance. Are there?
I mean, look.
Do we really talk about the Lakers?
I mean, they are the 5 seed. They're 33-21. Minnesota, to me, that's my sleeper team because of Anthony Edwards. And then you have Phoenix, that's right in that play-in margin where they are 32-23. And after that, then it's a whole bunch of slop. So, and Matt said Silver said he's considering getting rid of the draft and letting rookies be free agents and stop tanking. You know what? That may be good for the product.
Would it, though?
Why wouldn't it?
I mean, well, I'm thinking of it like this, right? What if you have a team with a very, very poor market that no one ever wants to go to and play for? How do you get that? How do you acquire that player? Because I'm sure, obviously, if they're a pretty bad team, they might have more money to spend. What if the rookie still says, I'd rather not play for you guys, even if it's for that much money?
Yeah, and I mean,
then what if they just get stuck in a cycle where no one, no matter how much money you offer them, wants to come play for that team?
And here's the other thing with the way it's set up now, with the way the lottery works, just because you tank and get the worst record doesn't mean you get the best pick.
Yeah. It just means you get one of the top 10 picks.
There is an issue in sports with tanking, in multiple sports.
Oh, yeah.
The only one that really doesn't seem very consistent doing is the NFL. Even bad teams compete. That's why guys like Lovie Smith get fired.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But I mean, go back to what we were talking about, Tyler. If we are looking at those other 3 teams, the Lakers, the T-Wolves, the Suns, are any of them possibilities in this race with these top 4 teams?
If I had to pick one, I think I would pick Minnesota.
I was in the same boat.
For the shock factor.
I mean, look, like people said, you probably have one of the top 3 players in the league right now with Anthony Edwards.
Yeah.
Real quickly, Matt said, or I say, stop tanking. The first team to miss the playoffs gets the first pick, then the second team gets the second pick, and so on. Yeah, you start tying the draft to the freaking playoffs.
Yeah.
But yeah, the biggest concern I have with Minnesota is outside of Anthony Edwards, where you get your production. Jaden McDaniels has been good.
From Julius Randle, which ain't Mr. Inconsistent.
Don't forget Rudy.
I mean, hey, you know what you get from him. It's going to be a double-double. You're probably going to get 10 points, 10 rebounds out of him any given night.
Yeah, a couple blocks.
And a couple blocks,
He's still a very good defensive center. That's what you get.
He's your traditional NBA center. You can win a championship with that.
And I was asking, like, where's the firepower coming from? DiVincenzo's had a fine year for them.
Yeah.
Jaden McDaniels has had a really good year. Naz Reid off the bench has been good. And do not sleep on the acquisition of Ayo Dosunmu they got from Chicago. In 3 games so far since joining Minnesota, he's averaging almost 15 points, shooting 56% from the field, and close to 40 from 3. That could be that could help spark a second unit that is led by Naz Reid. Because, I mean, DiVincenzo and McDaniels have been given their starters, so.
Yeah. Yeah, no, that could definitely give them that spark that they might need to push through to the playoffs a little more.
That's spot on.
Exactly. You can't count on Randall.
Every box score in the playoffs, he shoots 2 for 15 from 3 in the playoffs.
How hard is it for him? Do what you do during the regular season in the playoffs. Stop trying to get fancy. Stop trying to get cute. Just do what you're already doing. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't understand. Like, I get it. You know, when Anthony Edwards, he's primarily the ball handler. He has to do his thing offensively. You got to give him some spacing. I get it, but dude, cut it down just a little bit. Yeah, honestly, I agree with Anthony because there are teams that literally have the top 5 picks every year and they suck.
Brooklyn.
Okay. Well, but then again, Anthony, there is a team that has had multiple top tier picks recently, and they won this week's poll question.
Yeah.
But I get where we're going with this. I mean, look at the Hornets. They had top pick. They took LaMelo Ball. Top pick, Anthony Miller. Top pick, Con Knuppel, who's had a really good rookie season. They still stink. Now, they are playing hot They were playing hot heading into the break. We'll talk about them next week in the Eastern Conference show. But I don't know how you fix some of the things going on in the NBA with tanking.
It's hard because, I mean...
Good Lord.
While it's a fun idea of, cutting out the draft, but how realistic really is that?
Not at all.
I mean, it's a whole aspect of the game. They get money for viewership from it. You're going to tell me the NBA is fine with losing that money? You think they care that much about tanking to where they're going to take that hit?
I also think another big reason why the NBA draft is kind of getting soured down is, again, like tied into what Matt and Anthony brought up earlier. There are no more of those big time, like the biggest one we've had in the past 5 years has probably been Victor Wembanyama, but there are no more of those, like the next chosen one to come out of the draft. It's just not a big thing anymore.
Yeah. It's not.
So, I mean, I think that's another reason that it kills because, I mean, these teams keep tanking for these players, but like, who's come out recently that is supposed to be a franchise saver? Zion? How's that worked out?
Okay. Man, Sam, you picked quite the example to lead with.
I'm just like, does Cooper Flagg to you?
I was going to say Cooper Flagg. He hasn't had that big impact yet.
Now, granted, it could change. I'm not saying
it could change.
I'm not saying these guys. Like, look, I understand. Tyler and I went back and forth on this last year. I'm not saying even Zion is a bust. Zion's a good player. Yes, exactly. But when you're picked number 1 like that, you have to be the greatest. You are picked to basically change the entire identity of a franchise. Why do you think NFL teams tank? When there's a quarterback out there, like next year, how many teams are tanking next year? Because Arch Manning may be coming out.
Let's see. Cleveland?
No, I mean teams that want to actually try to get Arch Manning and not destroy his career and turn him into Brady Quinn.
The Raiders?
They're going to have Mendoza.
Are they, though?
Oh my God. Why are you doing this?
I'm not the one who initially brought this up, Sam. You started this.
Who are the Raiders taking at number 1 overall then?
They're trading it. Didn't you say that they were trading it?
Not me. Was that Dustin? No, that was Dustin.
Oh, that was Dustin that said that?
Matt, I could say it. And no, he's not LeBron James.
No.
Nobody is ever going to be LeBron James.
Yeah.
The guys that we just brought up recently, even Jordan, Kobe, those guys will never be LeBron James. And that's not a knock on them. Michael Jordan, in my opinion, is still the greatest player of all time. I will stick to that point until I'm no longer alive. It took me a long time to get to that point. I've always been a LeBron guy. But LeBron James is still one of the most polarizing figures in basketball. Cooper Flagg is not that.
Not yet. He's got a chance to become Cooper Flagg. Who could be the next Cooper Flagg? But so far, no. He is what he is. Solid rookie year on a bad team. Is what it is.
And that's, before we move on, that's another thing we got to stop doing. Like Matt said in the comment, they're trying to compare him to LeBron's rookie season. You just said it perfectly, Tyler. Let him be Cooper Flagg.
Mm-hmm.
Don't stop with the whole, he could be the next LeBron. How about let him be Cooper Flagg and see what happens?
Exactly.
Instead of putting all this pressure on these 18, 19-year-old kids who come out of college way too early, in my opinion, I think we should have some type of a settlement rule that you have to be in college for at least 2 years.
Well, but then you look back at Kobe and LeBron.
Okay. College football, you ain't allowed to enter college football players don't come out till what, year 3 at the earliest?
I know that. And I think college football you have to play 2 years.
And
so, yeah.
Yes, and I can rebuttal you with saying you say LeBron and Kobe, or you could just come out and say Kwame Brown, and then we're having a whole different discussion. Exactly.
Oh, no.
Matt said also, did you see yesterday the NBA is making a documentary on Tatum's rehab? Oh, my God. So how bored we are now that we're making documentaries on rehabs?
You know what? They're going to air that documentary on what would have been round 2 of the NFL draft.
I mean, if you want to see a quick Achilles rehab, go watch Brandon Brooks from the Eagles in 2018. That brother, he tore his Achilles in that Saints playoff game. That brother was ready for opening day next year. Now that's a freaking rehab.
Let's look at Aaron Rodgers, who was ready to come back. Had the Jets have had a chance of making the playoffs, newsflash, the Jets never have a chance to make the playoffs.
The Jets don't know what the playoffs are.
They take the playoffs.
Well,
that's what it is.
We're not doing that. All right. Let's move out of our Western Conference talk. We spent a good 48 minutes on that. Anthony, hold on. Alex Smith's injury was disgusting.
He almost got his leg amputated.
Jason Tatum's is honestly an injury that's becoming a little too common in sports today.
Yeah.
But with the way modern medicine is, look at how quick these rehabs go. But now, Tyler, we had some another era-ending career last week.
Hall of Fame.
After 21 seasons, Chris Paul officially announced his retirement from the NBA. Paul leaves behind a legacy of being a 12-time All-Star, a 4-time NBA All-First Team, 5-time All-NBA Second Team, 2-time All-NBA Third Team, 7-time All-Defensive Team, a 2-time All-Defensive Second Team. He was Rookie of the Year in 2006. He was also named to the All-Rookie team. He was a 5-time NBA assist leader, 2008, 2009, 2014, 2015, and 2022. He was also a 6-time steals leader. My God, this man. 2008, 2009, and then 2011 through 2014. And was also named to the NBA 75th anniversary team. Tyler, I'm going to start this with a very interesting question about Chris Paul. Do you think Chris Paul is one of the greatest players of all time to not win a championship?
I'd have to see a full list, but off the top of my head, he's definitely one of. He's up there. I mean, you just you look at what he's done in his career as a true point guard, a facilitator on so many different teams, so many good teams. Like you would have thought that back in the Los Angeles days with Blake Griffin and them, that would have been his time to win a championship. But those teams, they just never get it put together. It was rough to see.
I personally think his best shot came. He was also, again, a guy that had bad luck. I mean, guys on those Clippers teams, like Blake Griffin got hurt during the playoffs. Then they have that team in Houston with him and Harden, and they're honestly on the brink of beating Golden State, and then Chris Paul gets hurt.
Yeah. What about Phoenix?
The team that got to the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Anthony, I think it was just the point with Chris Paul where like
there were a lot of rumors even earlier in the year that he may have retired.
Oh, he said this was his last year regardless.
Yeah. And I was honestly surprised he played this far into the season.
Yeah, well, and that's why he did it. You know, he went back to LA to end it with the Clippers, but then the Clippers got rid of him because they wanted to get younger. And then he was like, well, I don't really feel like up and moving around again. So.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Matt, don't do this.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Imagine what David Stern would have been thinking about that time. I blocked Chris Paul, but you let Kevin Durant go to the Warriors?
Exactly.
All right, so let me ask you this one, Tyler. Where's Chris Paul rank in terms of best point guards of all time?
Oh, man. That's... There's been so many legendary point guards. That's such a tough list. I mean, he's not better. You can't put him over Magic.
I don't think anybody would.
I mean, even Oscar Robinson. I mean, another great point guard for his time. But then I think you got to look at it again as like Chris Paul was at a different time than those guys.
Would you like to play a little game of either or? I have a couple. I mean, I got a good list of the all-time point guards right here. Would you like to?
Let me hear some. I put him close to Stockton.
Let's see where we go here. So we're agreeing Magic is number one.
Yes.
Okay. Steph.
Yeah, that's tough.
I mean, Steph's got a couple of these bad boys.
He's got the rings. He's been a big part of winning those rings.
But I will say this, two completely different play styles.
Exactly. Scorer versus facilitator. And defender. I think Chris Paul was a very underrated defender.
The guy's on the guy was the steals leader. How many years?
Mm-hmm. He'd always pick your pocket.
I'm going to say, as a point guard, I'm taking Chris Paul. As a scorer, I'm taking Steph.
Yeah.
As a shooter, I'm taking Steph.
Of course.
So that one is a very tough one because of the play styles. They're too complete. And Steph could facilitate too. I'm not saying he can't, but Chris Paul was just different, man. All right. Name we heard a minute ago. Oscar.
I gotta take Big O.
The guy averaged a triple-double in a season. How do you not take the Big O? Even though I still think the Big O was mostly a combo guard, but I'll take the Big O. We'll take the Big O.
Yeah.
He's kind of the one that started the combo guard.
Exactly.
But I'll take the Big O. All right, now this is where it's going to be interesting. No, we cannot say Chris Paul. That's what we're talking
about. Chris Paul.
Stupid list. All right, John Stockton, all-time assist leader.
Ooh.
And steals leader.
Oh, man. Well, hey, he leads in the only two categories that Chris Paul would have needed for me to put him ahead of him. I still got to go Stockton.
Okay.
Another guy, never won any championships.
Yeah, your two best shots, you went against the greatest dynasty in NBA history.
Oh, no.
All right. Isaiah.
Ooh. Damn. There's so many good point guards. Ooh. See one of Matt's comments. He's got Westbrook on that list.
I would 100% rather have Chris Paul than Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, I don't know if the consistency is there for me for Westbrook. Oh man, Isaiah. This is again one of those things where the era these eras are so different. It's really hard. They're so different. But still, I think from what Isaiah Thomas accomplished in his career, I got to take him.
2 championships, part of one of the. I'll give you that. All right, Steve Nash.
Steve Nash.
Because that's another name Matt brought up that he wouldn't take over.
Again, I mean, 2-time MVP.
When the rules start to change.
Yeah, that is true. I gotta take Nash.
I'm taking Chris. I personally would take Chris Paul.
That's probably my closest. The one I'm the most torn over.
Here's the thing. I took Stockton, but I also think I took Stockton over Paul, but I think Stockton was a way better defender than Steve Nash ever was.
Oh, yeah, he was.
Here's a good one that Matt does not. I don't think Matt has in his comment. No, he doesn't. I actually think this guy's better than Westbrook, efficiency-wise. Last name on the list. Because, I mean, some other names, I mean, AI wasn't a point guard in my opinion.
Nah.
Tony Parker, I personally, talent-wise, I'm taking Chris Paul.
Yeah.
But I don't view AI as a point guard. Jason Kidd.
Ooh. I will say, love Jason Kidd. I gotta go Chris Paul. Kidd. Gotta go Chris Paul, though.
Jason Kidd kind of redefined the point guard role a little bit, too. He was Mr. Do-It-All-Around, too, but...
He did. Brought some prominence to the state of New Jersey as far as sports go. Well, aside from
Matt,
hockey.
Matt's in agreement with us. He'll take CP3 over J Kidd. I would. I get the 2-time MVP for Nash. I just think Chris Paul was a better defender. I think
he was definitely.
I think I would rather have Chris Paul over Steve Nash, and I don't have Russell Westbrook near Chris Paul either. Russell Westbrook when Russell Westbrook became a so-called great point guard? After the best player on the planet left his team.
Yeah, back when he was the only option, and he was able to average a triple-double.
He was doing it a little bit before KD left, but it took. It really went big one after. But I got you. Yeah, I've just Matt, what would have been the right era for Chris Paul?
Honestly, I don't know if Chris Paul would have hung around in that bad boy era with Isaiah. I don't know about that.
Actually, I am going to rebut though, because Russell Westbrook is now 37 years old. He is currently on Sacramento. He is still averaging 15, 6, and 5, and that's actually shooting 34% from three. That's pretty dang impressive, actually.
Oh no.
Russell Westbrook's longevity is pretty impressive. I mean, the points are down clearly, but that's pretty impressive still.
Yeah.
All right, I got another name I just popped in my head. I can't believe we didn't bring this up. Gary Payton.
Gary Payton, another one. Love him. Great player. Still, I'd take Chris Paul.
I don't hate it. Excellent defender, Gary Payton.
Oh yeah.
Trying to think, is there anyone else that we're kind of missing?
Honorable mention, Walt Frazier.
Very honorable mention. Absolutely. That said 90s because that era had more traditional point guards, and that's exactly what was.
I
Yeah,
could see if he was maybe even like toward the late 90s, like 96, 97, if he started his career around then.
yeah, I agree. But yeah, I think that's pretty much all we have in terms of point guards. So how many do you have over Chris Paul? You have Magic,
Oh man, Magic, Oscar,
Stockton.
Stockton, Nash. Am
Uh,
I missing anyone else?
Did you take Isaiah over him?
I did take Isaiah over him. I did.
Okay, I don't hate it.
So yeah. So he's sitting
Matt,
outside my top 5.
Matt, who we missing?
Who?
Why do I feel like he's going to give me a joke answer?
Ben Simmons.
That's worse than what Matt was going to say.
You don't know. That could be what he was going to say.
I just look at so many like valuable things with Chris Paul for like he was a great player that just never got to that moment.
Yeah.
I still think that Rockets team was his best shot. I think if him and Harden get to the finals, I don't know if anyone's stopping them. Because they were both playing really good that year.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, I get Steph. I completely get Steph. The play styles are so different in terms of what Curry does on the basketball court well and what Chris Paul does. Curry does a lot of things well. I think Chris Paul was a better defender than Curry. And I take you should know me. Defensively, I take a lot of stuff into that. I think Paul was a better defender than Curry. I think he's a better defender than Nash. Stockton, he may be around a better defender than Stockton, but Stockton played in the 90s. I can't take that away from you.
Exactly.
Oh, crap.
Man. Oh. Pistol Pete.
I may still lean Chris Paul in this.
I'm gonna take Chris Paul still.
Yeah.
Definitely Pistol Pete, another very honorable mention.
So many eras, so many greats. It's just hard. These are hard things to do. You know, maybe during the summer, right around the NBA free agency period, maybe we'll do some top 10 lists of all-time players.
Yeah, revisit that. I'm sure it's been many, many, many moons ago since we've done something like that for the NBA.
Yeah, probably back to the OG 609 shows when we recapped The Last Dance because there was nothing else on.
Yep.
That was way before a lot of our times.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So to end the show, I want to talk about All-Star Weekend. Now, I'll be honest, haven't watched NBA All-Star Weekend in about 5 years. I think first of all, we're starting the Saturday night stuff at 5 o'clock in the evening. The sun's still out. That's ruining it. The new game format, Tyler, would you like to start off and talk about that first? Because I did not watch it. What is this
So
format that I'm being told about?
I didn't watch the full thing, but I know enough to give you some insight. It
Shoot.
is a round robin tournament where I believe so. There was three teams. There was Team World, and then Team USA was divided into two. It was Team Stars and Team Stripes.
Okay.
So you had them all competing to advance into the final game. And from what I saw probably the only interesting part of that game, and it was when Kawhi Leonard just dropped 31 points in a quarter. And I was like, dude, can he keep his ass off the bench and just do this consistently for the Clippers?
I did turn that on for like a brief second. I did see him hit the game-winning three over Cat, which that's not hard to do in today's NBA.
Yeah, but he was just like he just kept giving the ball. He just anywhere he wanted, he just went up, pulled the shot, bang. So that kind of shocked me a little bit. Wasn't expecting to see that out of Kawhi Leonard, even though it was an All Star game. Take it how you will, but it's definitely shocking. I definitely stayed tuned in after that. But yeah, the next game that they had up for the quote unquote final was Team Stars and Stripes, and Team Stripes just got the doors blown off of them. They just stopped trying. It looked like a typical All Star game at that point.
I mean, Kawhi was only had 1 point in that one.
Yeah, he said y'all get one. Hey, he was load managing.
Why you gotta do that, man?
He said y'all get one quarter out of me. That's it. You're welcome.
So in Matt's opinion, he said this format completely saved the All-Star game.
I think it did because I agree they were actually competing and playing defense against each other. It wasn't just this guy walks down, pulls up super deep three. This guy walks down, pulls up super deep three. They were actually playing. Like I don't know if they were offering some new incentives or something this year, but these guys looked like they wanted to win.
Yeah, because I mean, like we got to the point where the All-Star game just itself was so boring. Like no one was caring. We had guys picking super team. We're having guys having Team Giannis and Team LeBron drafts.
Yeah.
Like, what are we doing, guys?
Yeah.
I liked the All-Star game format better a long time ago, back when it was East versus West, and they wore their team jerseys. I said the same thing with baseball too. I like those older school formats, but the day has changed. My bigger thing is what's going on with the Saturday night stuff, because I think the dunk contest is completely dead.
The dunk contest, didn't even bother watching it because it's been so lackluster for years now. And what really did it for me, I'm never going to watch another one in the future because I watched the highlight from the Heat player that won it. And it just looked like an average game time dunk. I would have scored that a 2 out of 10. But somehow it won it. And I saw some of the fails of the dunk contest, and I was like, you know what? Maybe that's why he won it. It was just bad all around. Like we're a long ways away from the most athletic, most high flying, exciting dunkers in the NBA.
Not even that. I mean, go look at the judge scoring for all those years. Aaron Gordon, who should have won 2 of these things, got robbed.
Yeah.
I think it just got to the point where big time players just don't want to do it. Like LeBron should have done at least 2 of them in his career and never did any.
Because I'll tell you, the guy that won it from the Heat, he's not a starter. I think he barely comes off the bench.
Mac McClung won 2 of these things. We have G League full-time players in the dunk contest.
Can you imagine that?
We've got guys on torn Achilles coming back early to do the 3-point shootout, though.
That was crazy. I called it. I said, watch, he's going to mess around and win the damn thing coming off that torn Achilles. All he's got to do is stand there and shoot the ball. Okay. Doing, doing.
Honestly, you know what? Did anyone see what some of the other players are recommending?
What's that?
Doing one-on-ones. Like playing a one-on-one type tournament thing.
Like a King of the Hill kind of tournament?
They need to save the Saturday night thing because the 3-point shootout's always going to be cool. Even adding the what's the 4-point ball or something that's like on each like right around. Those are cool. That's fine. Stuff like that's fine. But like the dunk contest is so bad.
Yeah, it is.
I mean,
I would actually really like to see that. Like add in some backyard basketball kind of things. Like definitely King of the Court one-on-ones. That'd be great to see.
Like Matt said, bring some street ball stuff to it. We've all, even to NBA players, to guys like us, we all grew up on the blacktop playing outside.
Mm-hmm.
Heck, let's have a horse competition for all I care.
Hey, you know what? See some full court shots?
No, because here's the thing. You know what? With the horse challenge, you could do an NBA player against like famous basketball TikTokers or social media influencers. Look what bringing in social media influencers has done for WWE. You don't think that would help out the NBA? Could bring a whole new demographic.
It would.
Holy crap.
Wow.
That would be sick.
The only two I'm interested in, Steph and Clay. The battle of the former teammates. But the battle of the former teammates. That's what it would be for me.
I don't care. How dare you disrespect Dame like that?
Man, if Steph Curry's in a 3-point contest with Dame, Steph's winning. It's not.
It's all right. Maxey was out there hero balling his shots like he always does.
Oh my. Wait, he competed in a 3-point contest?
Yeah, Tyrese was in it this year.
Oh, wow.
But no, overall, the Saturday night stuff, they need something new. I think it needs to be a little more reinvented. I think like the 3-point shootout's fine. I mean, come on, we've all done it. We've all sat out on the blacktop and tried to outshoot each other. But the dunk contest, now that you no longer have the Aaron Gordons and the Zach LaVines, I mean, Matt's going to get hurt by this, but remember like with Iguodala, Nate Robinson, that dunk contest, Dwight Howard with the Superman, Blake Griffin jumping over the car. Yes, it was only the
that was great, dude. Seeing little Nate Robinson out there dunking the ball like that.
Hold on. Without looking at the chat, you remember the Blake Griffin car dunk, right?
Yes.
Do you remember who was in the car that threw the lob out of the sunroof? Don't look at the chat. Chat's going to know it.
What?
Matt's going to know it because Matt knows basketball like I know baseball. But do you remember who it was?
Was it a celebrity?
No.
Was it a player?
Yes.
Was it a current player at the time?
Yes.
Was it Chris Paul?
Wasn't on the Clippers yet.
Oh. Yet.
It was the year, it was about, but it wasn't Chris Paul.
James Harden.
No. Harden was in Oklahoma City still.
Well, no, you said wasn't on the Clippers yet.
Yeah. He was a Clipper at the time.
Oh, he was. Wait, what? You said he wasn't on the Clippers yet, but he was a Clipper at the time.
No, you said Chris Paul, and I said he wasn't on the Clippers yet.
Oh, okay. So it was a Clippers teammate.
Yes. Just wasn't Chris Paul.
DeAndre Jordan.
No. Tell me when you give up.
I think I give up.
Baron Davis.
Ew, Baron Davis. I forgot he was on that team.
And I also agree with Anthony to a point here because the quality of dunkers in the NBA now is dead. Like,
it's not, you're right. It's not, we've transitioned from where it used to be a run and jump NBA with a lot of high flying guys to now you got a lot more 3-point shooters.
Yep.
Running down the lane and dunking it and posterizing someone isn't popular anymore.
No. I mean, you remember back in the day, like we were saying, we brought up Iguodala, Nate Robinson, Dwight Howard, Jason Richardson, Vince Carter.
Mm-hmm.
The greatest player of all time, Michael Jordan, Sean Kemp. Like,
yeah.
What happened, man? Blake Griffin, DeAndre Jordan.
The NBA got soft.
It did, my brother. Anyway, Tyler, do we have anything else you want to talk about? We kind of.
I don't got a whole lot. I like Matt's comment. Just make it Team World versus Team USA, full game. That would definitely be interesting.
World would dominate for the next 20 years. Because the NBA is now, the international game is taking over, and people need to realize
that. And honestly, that's what I think would make that game really competitive. Because I feel like deep down, a lot of these Team USA guys would be almost self-conscious, oh my gosh, are they better than us? Are we going to lose? Yeah. A lot of these international guys, they can ball. They're some of the best in the league.
And Matt, I have no issue with Mac McClung doing it again. My thing is look where we're at. Where now it's just a bunch of guys that no one's even heard of. That's the big reason why it's failing. Because back then you're oh well, Dwight Howard's in the dunk contest. You're well, okay, I'm gonna watch
Superman
that.
cape. Mm-hmm.
Iguodala, known guy. Nate Robinson, short known guy.
Yep.
Vince Carter, probably one of the best dunkers of all time.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, unless you got anything else you want to bring up NBA wise,
that's about all I got. Aside from talking next week about the East.
Oh, that'll be fun. But all right, guys, I think we're going to wrap up tonight's episode. Want to thank everybody for throwing the comments in the chat. Matt, Anthony, Jimmy, Brandon, thank you guys all for tuning in with us tonight. Talked a lot of Western Conference, talked some NBA All-Star Weekend, talked Chris Paul. Next week, we'll talk some Eastern Conference, get into that next week. NBA offseason will be freaking NFL offseason will be kicking off soon. So we'll be getting into that in the beginning of March. But until then, we'll get some NBA talking here for you guys. And Clint said they need to get some of those street dunkers and have an NBA player sponsor them. That would make the dunk contest better. Yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
And oh my God, Matt, this could save the dunk contest if it's Brandon Miller, Ja, and Edgecombe. That could be absolutely the savior. You got to get some known commodities. You can't just do the G League guys.
Yeah. Yep, you do. But then the other issue is a lot of these guys nowadays are scared to compete in it. How many times do people want to see LeBron James in it?
And he never did it.
He never did it. We know he could have done it.
He probably still could do it.
Yeah, he probably could.
But stories that we'll never understand.
Different day and age.
It's definitely a different day and age. But guys, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. We hope you enjoyed tonight's episode. Happy to talk some NBA with you guys this week. We'll be diving into the Eastern Conference next week. Don't forget, hitting home this Wednesday, 10 a.m. Dustin and I, we got some stuff coming up. We're going to do another division preview. We're going to go jump into some stuff around some of the recent moves. So the last few starting pitchers have hit the open market. They're now back with their teams. Zach Gallen's back in Arizona. Chris Bassett's going to be in Baltimore. We'll talk about that. Friday, Birds of the Gridiron, more Eagles offseason talk. We're going to do Eagles players stay or go this Friday. We'll talk about the state of the Eagles offensive line and some more Eagles coaching stuff. that is coming up. But real quickly before we go, I don't want to let any of these comments go unnoticed. And Clint said Ja won't do it. Yeah, it's not a shooting contest. Sorry.
So, we gotta have the show off of that.
No, it's the 3-point shootout.
Oh, that shootout. Okay.
It's the 3-point shootout. What are you talking about?
Yeah, my bad.
Matt said the NBA offered LeBron, Carter, Kobe, and T-Mac $1 million to do it, and they wouldn't.
That's the thing. Only $1 million. Come on.
Oh.
These guys are making how much a year? They're not going to do it for $1 million.
Brother, I make 34,000.
Sam, I know for $1 million, you're going to go get some prosthetic knees, and you're going to learn how to dunk the damn ball.
Clint, I disagree. I don't think LeBron's going to do it the year he retires. I think his sciatica is going to say no to that.
Yeah, I think he's past his time.
All right, guys, before this show gets completely off the rails, we're going to hop out of here. Don't forget, again, hitting home Wednesday, 10 a.m., Birds of the Gridiron, Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. Hope you guys have a great week. Hope you guys enjoyed this episode, and we will see you guys next time. For Tyler Adams, I'm Sam Nelson. Good night, everybody.
The following has been a presentation of 609 Sports Talk Radio.
Sam, what did you do?